Attraction often begins not with appearance, but with language that signals emotional stability. Mature men tend to choose words that reveal groundedness rather than urgency. Instead of trying to impress, they communicate presence. Their tone is measured, their sentences intentional, and their rhythm unhurried. This calm delivery activates a subtle psychological response: safety. When someone feels emotionally safe, their nervous system relaxes, making space for curiosity and connection. The secret is not in complex vocabulary, but in regulated expression that signals, "I am steady." Another powerful element is emotional precision. Mature men frequently articulate feelings with clarity instead of masking them with humor or deflection. When a man can say, "I appreciate how thoughtful you are," rather than offering a vague compliment, it demonstrates emotional intelligence. Precision shows awareness, and awareness signals depth. Psychologically, this suggests high social competence, which the brain often associates with reliability and strength. Clear emotional language creates intimacy without rushing it. Confidence without dominance is another hidden layer. Mature language avoids bragging or exaggeration. Instead of listing achievements, a grounded man may speak about his passions and lessons learned. This subtle shift moves the focus from validation to self-understanding. Attraction deepens when confidence feels self-contained rather than performative. The listener senses that this man does not need approval to feel secure, which paradoxically makes his approval more valuable. Intentional pauses and thoughtful phrasing also play a role. When words are chosen carefully, they convey deliberateness. This communicates that the person is mentally present and genuinely engaged. In psychological terms, attention equals value. When someone feels fully heard, dopamine and oxytocin responses can increase, strengthening emotional pull. Mature men understand that listening well often sparks more attraction than speaking brilliantly. Vulnerability, expressed with strength, is another cornerstone. Rather than oversharing or dramatizing, mature language acknowledges growth. Phrases like, "I learned that the hard way," or "that experience changed me," communicate resilience. This signals depth without instability. The brain interprets balanced vulnerability as authenticity, and authenticity builds trust, which is one of attraction's strongest foundations. Mature men also use affirming language that recognizes individuality. Instead of generic compliments, they comment on specific traits or values. This demonstrates attentiveness and emotional perception. Feeling seen for who one truly is activates a powerful psychological reward response. It creates a sense of uniqueness in the connection, which heightens attraction organically. Another subtle psychological mechanism is calm certainty. Words delivered with gentle assurance suggest internal clarity. Statements such as, "I know what I'm looking for," or "I value meaningful connections," communicate direction. Direction implies stability. Humans are naturally drawn to individuals who appear to know themselves, because certainty reduces ambiguity and uncertainty in social bonding. Respectful boundaries are equally magnetic. Mature language includes phrases that signal standards without hostility. Saying, "I prefer honesty," even when it's uncomfortable, communicates strength and expectation simultaneously. Boundaries expressed calmly suggest self-worth. Psychologically, this elevates perceived value because scarcity and standards often enhance desirability. There is also power in understated humor. Mature humor is rarely self-deprecating in a way that diminishes status. Instead, it is observational, light, and situational. This kind of humor demonstrates cognitive agility and social awareness. Laughter lowers defenses, and when combined with stability, it forms a compelling mix of warmth and strength. Ultimately, the psychological secret lies in congruence. Words match actions. Promises align with behavior. When language is consistent with conduct, credibility forms. Attraction grows in environments where predictability and authenticity coexist. Mature men spark attraction not through manipulation, but through coherence between what they say and who they are. A defining feature of mature language is genuine curiosity. Instead of steering conversations back to themselves, mature men ask layered questions that invite reflection. Questions like, "What drives you lately?" or "What kind of experiences make you feel most alive?" create emotional expansion. Curiosity signals interest, and interest creates connection. Psychologically, being asked meaningful questions stimulates self-disclosure, which strengthens attraction through shared vulnerability. Another psychological trigger is validation without flattery. Mature men reflect what they hear before responding. Phrases such as, "That must have taken courage," or "I can see why that mattered to you," demonstrate empathy. Empathy builds emotional resonance. When someone feels understood, their brain associates the interaction with comfort and reward, deepening attachment. Emotional leadership also plays a subtle role. This does not mean control, but guidance. Mature language gently steers conversations toward depth rather than superficiality. Shifting from small talk to meaningful dialogue demonstrates initiative. Initiative implies strength. Psychologically, leadership in conversation can create a sense of direction, which many people find stabilizing and attractive. There is also intentional positivity. Mature men often frame experiences constructively. Rather than complaining extensively, they speak about challenges in terms of growth. Optimistic framing communicates resilience. Resilience signals capability, and capability is deeply attractive because it suggests protection and partnership potential on a subconscious level. Selective mystery enhances attraction as well. Mature men do not reveal everything at once. Their words hint at layers without exposing them prematurely. This pacing stimulates intrigue. The human brain is wired to seek completion of partial information, so subtle restraint can heighten interest. The key is balance, offering enough openness to build trust while maintaining depth to explore. Another subtle dynamic is emotional pacing. Mature men mirror energy without chasing it. Their responses are steady, not rushed. This regulates the emotional tempo of interaction. When one person maintains calm pacing, it often stabilizes the exchange. Emotional regulation is contagious, and stability can feel grounding and attractive. Affirmation of autonomy is equally powerful. Mature language respects independence. Statements like, "I admire how you handle things your way," reinforce individuality rather than possessiveness. Respect for autonomy reduces pressure, and reduced pressure increases comfort. Comfort allows attraction to grow naturally instead of feeling forced. Directness is another cornerstone. Mature men communicate intentions clearly instead of relying on games. Saying, "I enjoy spending time with you," is simple yet powerful. Clarity reduces confusion and builds trust. Trust creates emotional safety, and emotional safety fuels deeper desire than unpredictability ever could. Consistency in tone and message strengthens long-term attraction. When words do not fluctuate dramatically based on mood or circumstance, reliability is established. The nervous system interprets consistency as low risk. In romantic psychology, perceived low risk combined with high value forms a strong attraction equation. In the end, the psychological secret is not about seductive phrases, but about emotional mastery. Mature men use language that reflects self-awareness, respect, steadiness, and depth. Their words create an environment where attraction emerges as a natural response to feeling safe, seen, and stimulated at the same time.